Hi there and welcome to this handover style video today for the BYD ATTO 3. My name's Aidan Smith and today we're going to go through lots of things, but don't worry, if you have something particular you want to find, feel free to skip to the video. If you have any questions, feel free to get in contact with a member of staff at one of our retailers. Firstly, let's go through the key for your BYD ATTO 3. The top button here is going to lock it, the next button down to unlock. This button here, if you click it twice, on a design model the electronic tailgate will go up, and on the comfort model it will just release the lock. And if you hold this button at the bottom here for 3 to 4 seconds, it's going to get the air vents running inside the vehicle, which is very good for winter times to defrost the cabin. Before we get started into any features, there are 2 different trim levels available for the ATTO 3. We have the comfort and the design. The battery size, the car itself and the specifications on the face of it will look exactly the same, but there are a few differences. The screen size inside the car and the electronic tailgate are your main differences, alongside a vehicle to load adapter cable and also ambient lighting throughout the vehicle. When it comes to batteries and charging information, it's very easy to explain. Both the comfort and design trim come with a 60.4 kilowatt hour blade battery. And when it comes to charging, there's lots of different ways we can do that. We can charge, of course, using an AC connection of charging, and that will take 0 to 100% in around about 10 hours on a 7 kilowatt connection. But we can charge up to 11 kilowatts on AC charging, or 3-phase charging as it's also known, and that will be 0 to 100% in about 6.5 hours. We can also DC rapid charge this car via this connection here, and the maximum that this car will take is up to 88 kilowatts. Great news, 30 to 80% charging will take just under half an hour. The great thing about the BYD ATTO 3 is it comes standard with vehicle to load. This is the vehicle to load adapter, which comes standard with the design trim. If you have the comfort trim, you can purchase this optionally through our after sales department. How does it work, you might ask? Well, we can plug that directly into the car and we can power selected devices off of that. If a device uses 1 kilowatt, for example, then in 1 hour it will use 1 kilowatt hour. And because the battery size is 60.4 kilowatt hours, it will last for 60 hours. A fantastic feature. When it comes to charging cables you receive as standard, it's quite easy to explain as well. We have, of course, as standard, a 3-pin plug socket charger to allow us to charge this car from a 3-pin plug socket. We then have a Type 2 charger, which is able to charge up to 11 kilowatts. We then, on the design trim, have the vehicle to load adapter as well that you will receive as standard. The first thing we need to do with this car is to, of course, turn it on. And we're going to do that by putting our foot on the brake and hitting the start button just here. Once we've done that, we can make some seating, mirror and steering wheel adjustments. We get electric seats as standard, which are 6-way adjustable. We can move our seat down here via these electronic controllers, and once we've done that, we can go for our mirror controls. We can press the button for the mirror desired, for left or right mirror, and make our adjustments with up, down, left or right. There's even a button here to electronically fold the mirrors. Lastly, we can make some adjustments to our steering wheel. We can push this little lever down and we can then adjust the steering wheel to our desired position and then just push it up firmly to finish. Next, we're going to want to know some steering wheel controls. On the left-hand side here, we have a majority of buttons which are for cruise control. We can activate the cruise control here, make adjustments to the speed with this rocker, and activate the steering assistance with this button here. We can also change the distance for the adaptive cruise control with these buttons just here. This button here will allow us to change the position of landscape to portrait for the screen for the rotation. And lastly up here, we have the button for the 360-degree cameras. On this side, we have buttons mainly associated with our entertainment. We have our volume and we can change backwards and forwards, either a radio station or a song, for example. We also have the mode button located down here for further settings within this screen. And we can also accept phone calls from the top corner here. Lastly, this is a button here for our voice control. When it comes to understanding the stalks, on the left-hand stalk it's going to be all of our lights and indicators. We can click it down, for example, or up for our indicators. On this side though, we actually have our controls for our windscreen wipers, which of course we can click down and up as we would expect. When we move to our center console, we can control our gear selector here, and of course there is a button on the side to unlock that gear selector. To put the car into park, we can press this button here, and of course our start-stop button is here. We have a volume selector here. We have auto, on and off, and front windscreen for the air conditioning controls. This is our driving modes here, where we can set our driving modes for eco, comfort, or sport. On this side, this is a slightly different driving mode. This changes the regenerative braking, which either has 2 modes, standard or high. If we set this to standard, it will act like a normal internal combustion engine car, and it will coast more when we lift off the accelerator. Whereas the high setting will feel like it's slowing down the car to get more regenerative braking. As we move up here, we have an auto hold for the handbrake. We also have this area here for our driving assistance and blind spot ability. And then we also have our parking sensors and finishing off our hazard warning lights. Underneath our wireless charging, there's also some areas where we can plug in devices if we wish to, along with a 12-volt charger as well. We receive as standard with the Atto 3 the glass sunroof, which also has a sunshade as well, and it's all controlled from up here. We have separate controls for the sunshade, and if we press the button for the sunroof, it has a tilt function, and then press again and it will fully open as well. This is of course speed dependent. If you're moving along in the vehicle at certain speeds, it won't open. You need to be travelling much slower. So now most of the things you're now going to find are located in this touchscreen. And the coolest thing we need to first mention is of course that it rotates. We can rotate it from landscape to portrait with this button on the steering wheel or directly on the touchscreen. So the main things you're now going to find with this is of course the screen itself in the settings. There's some main settings located at the bottom just here. We have of course our home, which will take us to our main home page. There's actually 2 home pages for this screen. We have this one here with the widgets, and we can scroll it across, and then we have all of our individual apps that we can choose from. There is also some buttons down here where we can actually press and access all the pages that are open at any one time. Very useful features. There's also a little bit at the top of the screen where you can swipe down and you can actually see some main features that you have quick access to. A really useful feature. When we get to talking about Bluetooth, pairing the phone's nice and easy in this car. We go to the phone setting and we go to the Bluetooth settings and follow the prompts on your Bluetooth device. But there are other ways that we can pair our phone. We can pair our phone via Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, as that comes as standard in the Atto 3. Android Auto is wireless connectivity and there's a button to press on the home screen. But then Apple CarPlay is wireless as well through a software update recently, and we can click a button on the screen in order to enable and set that up. The camera technology, we receive 360-degree cameras as standard on the Atto 3, and we can press the button on the steering wheel and it will then show us a nice camera view, where of course we can move around all the camera views and see all around the vehicle. A fantastic piece of technology. Thanks to a recent software update in the BYD ATTO 3, air conditioning controls are very easy. Just use 3 fingers. We can use that straight up and down to change the temperature, and from side to side to change the intensity. Very easy. Another important thing in your BYD Atto 3 is software updates. Software updates on this product are over the air, and they will notify you when they are available. We have a software update now available for this car, which is coming up on the screen as you can see here. This will take between 30 and 90 minutes to set up, and it's really important that you keep your software level up to date in order to enable new features that may arrive in your BYD Atto 3. We hope you found this video useful today. If you do have any further questions, feel free to get in contact with your nearest retailer.